Yo, how's it going out there? I just wanted to tell y'all I am out here at my local theater. I'm about to go see the premiere of the English dub version of Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. It's supposed to be a pretty awesome movie. It's going to be I believe it's the first Dragon Ball Z movie to ever be theatrically released in the United States. So this ought to be really something special to check out. So I'm about to go and check it out. Yo, how's it going out there? I decided to go ahead and record this video right after I coming from the movie, and I gotta say, watching the Dragon Ball Z Battle of the Gods, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was a pretty enjoyable movie. It was nice to see all the characters from past come back to at least make appearances in the movie, and I gotta say, it was a pretty action-packed movie. Now, one thing I do gotta get out of my way because I I'm not sure how the whole thing was arranged or everything, but I'm guessing based on what I noticed that all the theaters got Blu-ray discs of the movie, and they were just gonna play the movie out like that right there in the theater. Now, apparently, they had a PS4, and apparently they didn't set it up properly. In fact, they didn't even. They should have made sure to test and make sure before they were gonna air this movie. I mean, this is ridiculous. It was just ridiculous, but and I hate to admit it. Yeah, we even noticed how much of a Blu-ray disc because it skipped in the middle of the movie. So there was a couple scenes I missed, but still, all in all, the movie itself was pretty good. It was a fun-packed movie, and I had to admit the ending of it really caught me by surprise because wow, I was like, and not to mention before I came out to watch the movie, I actually started watching the first half of the Japanese version at home, and I decided to do it because I wanted to see how much the English dub was gonna retain some of the jokes and stuff. And the English dub, for the most part, did a pretty good job. It was, and it's Funimation. They've been doing a pretty good job, especially with the redubbing of the DVD franchise. But still, all in all, it was pretty fun. So.
Hey, how's it going now? Well, I just wanted to share with y'all my initial reactions to after seeing the movie, and now after coming home and thinking about it, I want to just give my further thoughts about the movie because, like I said, I still enjoyed the movie. It was a lot of fun, but I felt there was just a couple things that I noticed. But first of all, the story was actually fairly good. It was a fairly decent story. I mean, you had a very interesting character in Beerus the Destroyer. That's what we've been calling in the English dub. And I mean, he's stylized after, I believe, if I'm right, the Egyptian god of death, which was kind of cool. I liked that. It was, and Beerus basically wanted to challenge a Super Saiyan god, and basically he first approaches Goku about and I mean, and then Goku wanted to challenge him. I mean, he went to Super Saiyan 3 and got his ass kicked. I mean, wow, that's just ridiculous. But and then basically Beerus goes basically to Earth to check with the other Saiyans to see if they know anything about the Super Saiyan God. And then so like I said, the story was okay. I mean, like I said, it was a not the way the story went was pretty good. The story was and it had and I like it was nice to see some of those silly moments in there, kind of like give you a Dragon Ball feel, the original Dragon Ball feel to it. It was kind of nice, and but like, did they really need to bring back Emperor Pilaf? And, and that the whole thing revolving around them. I'm not gonna give too much about it, but let me just say it was kind of awkward at times, just really, really awkward. So, and another thing I noticed, um, is that it was the only thing I had. Another issue I had was that Vidal's involvement in the movie. Because I'll be honest, I didn't even realize Vidal was even in the movie until she gets injured later on in the movie. I'm not gonna go into exactly how, but until she got injured, I didn't even realize Vidal was even in the movie. I mean, I figured she would be there, but it was like, wow, it's like, and then of course she then plays a part later on in the story. But like I said, I wish they had at least put a little. If they were going to involve her, they should at least give her a little more involvement in the movie. So, and then like I said, bringing back all these characters back into this, from the original Dragon Ball Z. I mean, it was nice. So. And there was even a reference. There was even a reference to another DBZ special that came out a few years ago, which I thought was kind of interesting. Which means I'm hoping when they officially released Battle of God on DVD and Blu-ray, that they include the short, because I saw the short, and it was interesting. And it was like, but I was like, huh? Like I said, the short, yeah, you have to see the short to understand what I'm talking about. But like I said, all in all, the movie was enjoyable. I wish there was some things that could have been better. It was a nice Dragon Ball Z movie. It was, and like I said, I wish they had done a better job of having this prepared to be distributed for theatrical release. Because yeah, like I said earlier, I was like, really, really, it was just. But anyway, and well, while I'm on here, another thing I wanted to just bring up, because I think, I don't know if people notice this, but Dragon Ball Kai came back in Japan and they were going to resume the story through the Majin Buu saga. And I gotta say, like I said, it was good for them to finish the series off in the Dragon Ball Kai version, and hopefully soon we'll be seeing the Dragon Ball Z Kai for the English version. And although the first few episodes of the series, it was just, they went so fast, and I understand why, because some of the stuff not all that important to the story. But I just wish they could have at least slowed it down a little bit, because the way they chopped and edited through the Great Sandman saga and the World Tournament saga, it was just it just went so fast, and like it felt like they just like chop 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 chop, and then just pieced enough together to make like 5 or 6 episodes. They reduced the Great Sandman saga and the World Tournament saga into like five. Well, the first. Let me correct that. The first parts of the World Tournament saga into like 5 or 6 episodes. That's all I've seen so far of the current incarnation of Dragon Ball Kai. But hopefully, now that the action is going to get into now, because I know right now the series itself is already going into the Boo part of the saga now, but hopefully it will get back to about regular pace, because when they did, even when I watched the original Dragon Ball Z Kai, the pace was pretty good. It was pretty well paced, but the start of it was just it was like choppy. It was like piecing. They just took pieces out and put what they felt the necessary parts from those first two sagas in there, and then save. Hopefully, they're saving the rest of it for the rest of the Majin Buu saga. So, but all in all, I just wanted to put out my few cents on Dragon Ball Battle of Gods and Dragon Ball Z Kai, and like that, I'm still working on my top 10 anime list, so look for that coming out soon. And until then, catch you later.